The stupidity of people never ceases to amaze me, and Twitter seems to be the main source. Taylor Swift is fatphobic for daring to speak about her body issues. Expressing her struggles through her art and saying how she feels is not allowed. Some people just have this ability to watch something and just make it all about themselves. Now people are lashing out at Taylor, saying that she's stepping on a scale and it's saying fat is fatphobic because the message that it sent is that being fat is a horrible nightmare or something like that. I honestly stopped listening after fatphobic. Now the simple reality of the matter is this: Taylor gets to speak about her own body issues the way she wants to. Her expressing herself does not need to be about you, and you have no right to shame her for it. Now we are getting a little bit deep here, so let's also just back up. Now Taylor Swift announced her brand new album Midnight, and to say that it has been a massive success so far would be an understatement. The album immediately shot to #1, and despite the lack of radio hits, most agreed that it is still an amazing piece of work. Now Taylor Swift has always expressed herself through her music, and deeper meaning can pretty much be found in every song. Now for this latest album, Taylor said that she wanted it to be a visual project, and thus she did set out to shoot a bunch of music videos for it. Now one thing that most people probably know who have been following along for a while now is the fact that Taylor has always spoken about her body issues. She has referred to it in many songs and also spoke about it in many interviews. She would oftentimes speak about how she would starve herself for concerts, and only after she realized that it was not healthy did she decide to take better care of herself. Now those are words that she did express herself in many interviews. Now in her Midnight album, she did one music video called Anti-Hero, and in it she is very open about how she feels. She speaks about a variety of issues, and one of those issues is her struggle with how she views herself. Now there is a scene where she steps onto a scale and then it says fat. She then goes on to state that the problem is her. Now she is expressing the way that she feels, she is expressing her own internal struggles and how she views herself. Now at the end of the day, if you are overweight, you don't deserve to be shamed for it. You get to accept yourself the way that you are, and no matter what anybody says, you are not any less of a person than anyone else. However, there are also plenty of people who deal with their own set of problems their own way. There are people who view themselves in a different light, people who are unhappy with the way that they look, and people who struggle with this every day, be that the person who is overweight or not. Everybody deals with their own issues in a different way, and everybody looks after themselves in a different way. There is nothing wrong with expressing how you feel in a song, and using the word fat to describe yourself is not fatphobic. You do not get to tell people how they need to deal with their struggles, and you do not get to tell people how they are allowed to express themselves when they are talking about that struggles, and you do not get to tell people that they are fatphobic for simply talking about the issue. The ability that everybody has to make everything about themselves is just truly amazing. I honestly think that it's a talent, and the worst part of all of this is that all of the outrage probably doesn't even come from people who are overweight themselves. It is most likely a skinny girl from an upper middle class family being offended on behalf of somebody else in order to get likes on Twitter. I could be wrong though, but honestly, I'm not.